Hello, Prince Charming! Again, some answers for your questions. And now we are going to talk about do's and don'ts when dating a Ukrainian girl. And guess who's going to talk to you about it? The American sociologist.
Hi everyone, I'm Julia Nazaros, an American sociologist. Thank you, Natali, for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, you're welcome. And now you are studying this subject of international dating and romance and love stories, successful stories. So you probably know some do's and don'ts. What about them?
So the first thing I would say is do recognize that courtship culture here is much more formalized. So you do want to bring a gift. You never want to show up empty-handed. Do expect to pay. If you invite a lady, she is expecting you to pay, and it will be very embarrassing if you ask her to pay half or something like this. Don't do that. That's a big no-no. Don't bring an uneven number, or an even number, excuse me. Do bring uneven number flowers. Don't bring an even number of flowers. Funerals, exactly. Do recognize people here are a bit superstitious in that respect, so yes. And do recognize that women here are a bit more shy and quiet on the first time, that it's going to take a couple dates for a woman to warm up to you and feel more comfortable telling you very personal things. Don't word vomit on women. They don't want to hear your life story in the first date. They definitely don't want to hear about your exes. That is a big no-no. Don't talk about your...
Ask them.
They will ask, really.
Yeah, they will ask why you divorced, but they watch what you're saying.
Exactly, but you don't want to go on and on about it. Yeah, you just be like, it didn't work out.
You want to be polite. You want to tell something positive about this woman.
Yes.
You want to tell that you parted peacefully.
Yes, yes.
And it's over.
Yes.
And the main thing they want to hear is that she is never going to be back.
Yes.
That it's terminal, that she is there, married, happy, or there, but she has no way to be back with you. Because women are jealous here. Possessive.
Yes. Possessive. And why do you think that is?
Because of polygamy. Because successful men here allow themselves to be more polygamous.
Okay, so have a lot of lovers and enough.
Unfortunately. And an attractive woman is always hit by guys. Well, in big cities in America, I'm sure it's the same.
Yes, of course.
But they constantly get approached by guys, like offering them some affairs, right? So they want to be precise about it, like, yeah, I'm here for the right reason, right?
Exactly. So you don't want to focus too much on your exes. You point out only positive things and that it's over and done, and just leave it at that. Don't be explaining the whole story.
Yeah, and for example, if you have women friends, don't talk about them either. Because, like, introducing women friends, you have to be very careful, because even when you have a woman friend who is having a husband or a boyfriend, and you will be talking to her a lot, trying to save her marriage, or trying to do some friendship coaching, your lady is going to be jealous of that.
Interesting. Are male and female friendships common here in Ukraine now?
Well, they say that male-female friendship is like ex-lovers or future lovers.
Ah, okay, so there's no such thing as the...
Kind of, no, well, there is something in the middle, but it's very, very kind of delicate.
Yes, so you want to remember that. You don't want to... Also, don't be on your phone during a date.
Usually guys aren't, sometimes girls are, so... But you have to forgive that, because the woman is, you want a successful woman, let's say better, you want an accomplished woman, because most of my guys are coming to me and say, I want a woman who knows the cost of work, who has some experience, who isn't just sitting on her parents' neck and like gets money from the trees.
Right.
But if they work, then their phone might be ringing. Of course, it's impolite. Of course, it's kind of bad, and women know that, and they feel guilty about it. But emphasizing on it and showing that you are unhappy about it is not going to make you a better guy. Even if you are not attracted to this lady, just kind of do not exaggerate that. Just let it go. And one more thing is that it's a big city, so women can be late.
Yes, the traffic here is a real thing, gentlemen.
Yeah.
So don't be offended if a woman is caught in traffic.
Well, just in general, women try to be late on a date because keeping the guy waiting, keeping him on his toe is one of the tasks that women have just to see how tolerant he is. But sometimes they don't want to be late, but she's dressing up, she's wearing heels, she is making herself look special for you, and it takes more time.
Yes, definitely.
And then she's stuck in the traffic, so like she's half an hour late. Of course, I understand you'll be kind of nervous because your next date is in 2 hours from now, so you're having less time, but just bear with it. Joke about it. The best way to kick something that you don't like is to start joking about it, but a little bit of sarcasm. Too much of sarcasm, they're not going to get it because
language barriers.
Language barriers. So guys who like to be sarcastic, please wait.
Yes, I agree. Because sarcasm is one thing that doesn't translate very easily, and she might take you very literally.
Yes, literally you can offend somebody. There are a lot of couples that have immense fights because of his sarcasm. And
I can see that.
Yeah, and even I'm getting it sometimes because the guy is saying something and like, oh, so, and I think my English is quite good to understand it.
Of course.
But sarcasm is a sign of intellect.
Yes.
That's intellectual humor. And you are coming to an intellectual society when women do want to have a clever guy, but understand the language barrier.
Yes, the language barrier is huge, for sure.
Yeah.
And in text as well, there can be oftentimes miscommunication because of that, because you can't feel the emotion behind those texts. So be very careful in how you text a woman as well, and make sure that it's as simple as possible with no sarcasm, because it can be very easily misinterpreted.
Well, in general, texting is a totally different story because when you are using Google Translate, be ready for misunderstandings.
Yes.
And if a lady is translating something, it will be translating it very simply, and guys are often feeling that women are rude.
Because they're short or...
Yes, and even when women communicate with the English that they know, they say simple phrases and the guy says, she's so rude, and I know, she just doesn't speak English.
Right.
So be prepared for that. And when you see that doesn't make sense, or the message is kind of different than you expected, ask the girl to write it in different words, or even ask her to send it to a personal translator, and then she'll have to explain the whole story, what she's writing about, but then you will save your emotions because you will not have a fight.
Yes, that is key.
Yeah.
And how to, if you do get in a fight, how does a man make up with a woman here in Ukraine? What are the tips to...
Please forgive me.
Singing and flowers?
Yes, singing and flowers, and just saying, please forgive me, because that's the hardest thing to say. Some women admit that he would just turn like nothing happened and just move forward, but she wants that acknowledgement that you were wrong. It's not her willingness to dominate, but your power of saying, I'm not always right, I love you, I care about you, I was too emotional, or I didn't pay attention to certain things. Well, that's happened. So I'm sorry. And that's what I'm saying. Oh, it's really important to us. Even more important than the flowers or like nice restaurant to smooth it up, because women care about the emotional connection. The report that you have is number one in bonding them.
Yes.
And well, if she's expecting that you will say please forgive me, then she can do the same.
And I have a quick question. When is it appropriate to tell a woman in Ukraine that you love them?
As soon as you do.
Okay, so there's no kind of, oh, he said it too quickly, that's a turn off.
Well, you're going to look really strange if you go on a second date like me and say, oh, I love you so much, because that's kind of premature. And like, what's wrong with you? Are you too quick in falling in love or so? Because love is conditional. When we're adults, when we are 20 plus, love becomes conditional because we find things in common, because we do have the same goals, we do look alike, we feel good with each other. But you have experience. So this life experience doesn't let you be too fast, right? And if you aren't, leaning upon your life experience, if you are too emotional, then the woman is reading it as he tells this to every girl, or he wants sex.
Right. Which are both bad things.
Exactly. Or, well, some bad things to want sex.
But right away, yes.
Right away, it's too soon. So when you are, it's good to tell them you love her when you travel together. Let's say, I'm telling my guys that when you're coming on a trip, I'm introducing you to some ladies, and you find the one that you really like and she likes you. And when we travel together, before you travel, will be probably 6, 7, 8 weeks of communication, and you will ask some questions. And when you arrive, when you see each other, if you really feel that, tell this to her. That works. We want it.
Yes, women do want to be told nice things. We want to be complimented no matter where we are in the world.
Yeah.
We want to be affirmed as being beautiful, as being clever, as whatever your lady prides herself in. Make sure to find that out and make sure to always support it and compliment it. Words cost nothing, so.
Yeah, exactly. And another do is, and guys sometimes overestimate, but another do is you want to create emotional bonding with your girl. You do not only want to talk about yourself, but you also want to talk about her. Because for her, it needs your attention. So basically, it comes to classical chasing game. Let's call it like this.
Yes.
Because you are running after the woman. She's running away from you, but making sure she doesn't run too fast so you can catch her.
Right.
If she wants that. And part of that chasing game is showing your personal attention to like trivial things like, where did you go today? Do you have enough money to buy something to eat? Because when she's saying she's working a lot, make a surprise. So show personal attention to her, like major needs. Well, I'm not telling you like send her food from the supermarket, but from time to time when you are away, make surprises. If you cannot come within the next month, then you can come within the next 2 months. But every, say, 2-3 weeks, you can send her flowers here. Maybe you can send her a little bit of money so she can take a friend of hers and go to a restaurant and sit and drink some champagne on your behalf and talk about good things. Especially if you know that friend of hers who can tell you, he's such a good guy.
Yes.
Go for it. So your personal involvement is getting you the wife.
Agreed, and I would just cap that off by saying every woman loves a thoughtful man.
Yeah.
So pay attention. Pay attention to the things she tells you. She's not just telling you them for no reason.
Yes. And that means that something she wants to do in the future, that means something that she's dreaming of, and if you want that woman in your life, you want to solve that problem for her.
Exactly.
That's the husband's job. right?
Yes.
To solve the problems that we create.
Yes, exactly.
Ask more questions. Please, marriagebyNatalie@gmail.com is our email. Write your questions there. I will make more videos to make you more successful with your wife search in Ukraine. It's changing. The whole phenomena of international marriage here changes a lot. We're going to talk about it in our next video with Julia. The thing is that you still want a wife from Ukraine, and you will hear about it in our next videos. For now, bye, and
Bye.
we'll
Thank
talk to
you.
you soon.